After you watch this video, make sure you save your money to buy new devices because this all upcoming MMORPG will blow your mind by the graphic looks and how the game will be made by the most powerful engine, which is Unreal Engine 5 and also a high version of the Unity engine. This is the main reason why all players should consider getting a higher spec phone or PC. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Most Anticipated MMORPG Cross Platforms for PC and Mobile 2025. Amazing! Animo. Yes, finally we have the best game and come with exactly an interesting concept. Next gen open world creator catching ARPG is the main gameplay. I'm sure you already realize how it's become. Yes, we can capture the monster to let them join on our side, but the most interesting part is our main character can transform into a different creators of pets with their own unique ability will help you a lot while exploring the world. From the graphic looks, surely Animo is way ahead than the other competitor of the Pokemon games like. Seriously, the gameplay and how the visual looks will give you a goosebumps. As you can see, it will have a monster capture genre and this game's genre will never go down. For me, this is the next gen high quality standard if the other games developer tries to compete in the future. So you can choose to play as a monster or Animo or a human form. The pet will help us to fight with the monster and we can switch them up within 4 main pets. It's a great action hack and slash with so many flashy skills color based on the Animo's element. Always try to find your new game's experience, like we can make the water into ice, glider from a higher cliff and many more. Animo is the best cross-platform game for PC and mobile. Aion 2. This is the second sequel of the most popular MMORPG games in history, but on this version, it has a huge progress. Aion 2 is the cross-platform MMORPG for mobile and PC. The one thing I really like the most is everything will be playable manually. So, for the player who's looking for no auto-play MMORPG with a high-quality graphic, then you can stick on it. NCSoft is the developer behind this huge project, which is well known as MMORPG creator like Throne of Liberty. Some action will be available to do like flying, riding a mount flying as well. It's full of action RPGs and it seems like they do not tap and click. We can move the hero while releasing the skill. Once you see how the world boss respawn, then it will show a great animation boss showcase. A large scale of war will be available for race versus race, or it will be divided by 2 fractions. I got the information if the map will be 36 times bigger than the first version. Dungeon, PvE content, boss battle on the field will become your main daily task. Surely comes with a mini game. Each different classes: Berserker, Guardian, Assassin, Archer, Mage, Healer, Magician. But I'm not sure about the decision because most of the MMO nowadays has an auto features that support idle mode. Do any of you prefer to play auto or no auto combat games? Dragon Sword. Once this game released globally, I will definitely play it as my main MMORPG game. It has one of the best combat action with no autoplay MMO. It needs a high level of gameplay to learn how to grapple the enemy by tapping the skill in the right timing, switching the hero and breaking the enemy's defense. All these actions are really important but need a high calculation to launch it, but I am sure you will be used to it because it's learnable. From the visualization, it has the most realistic anime action 3D games on mobile and PC as a cross-platform MMORPG. But anyway, we are only able to meet the player once we arrive at the city plaza, but when you leave the town and explore the world, then you will play within 3 main heroes as your team, just like a Genshin Impact mechanism. So switching is really crucial to trigger the entrance attack. Explore the world faster by riding a mount to climb the wall and dive under the water. Even if you can jump higher from a higher cliff, just like doing a glider, it's full of cinematic visual to deliver the main storyline. I'm pretty sure you will be getting excited after watching this main gameplay. Ares, Rise of Guardian. It's been a while since the developer announced the first beta and I am totally impressed with the result. And I can't imagine how the game will become when it's released globally. Surely it has the best games features and gameplay on MMORPG games on mobile and PC. Let's start with how the game looks. We will come in a futuristic world where the robotic, sci-fi and metallic object is pretty dominant in the visual and design. Even the enemy and how we ride the mechanic vehicle will easily describe the main theme of the game. The combat mechanism is super good and smooth. Even if we can move the main character while attacking the enemy, it will give you the best combat experience in a realistic movement and make a distance from the close combat attack. Just to let you know, it was made by Kakao, which is well known as the best game developer who has a high specialty in the MMORPG genre. Ares Rise of Guardian is the best cross-platform MMORPG games for Android, PC and iOS. Raven 2 will have the best new cross-platform MMORPG on PC and mobile on global. But anyway, the game has an English version already, even it's released in a certain country. But We can play it freely and understand the storyline because of the English version dialogue. I realized the game has the exact gameplay and how the gameplay mechanism with Odin Valhalla Rising, so we can move into the main quest in a flash by teleportation to save more time a lot. The combat itself is tap and click, which means we don't have to work hard on targeting the monster or navigating the main hero while they combat. Just let the main hero decide the skill once you tap the autoplay. But of course we need to adjust the skill to setup first to make sure the auto skill selection is on the right option. Honestly, the graphics on mobile are too blurry and not sharp enough, even I have set the maximum setting. The developers should learn from Odin Valhalla Rising, which is really compatible with mid-range phones. Ragnarok Eternal Love 2. We have seen so many Ragnarok games on mobile, but I think this is the best version of the Ragnarok game now. With a lot of action we can do, like climbing the wall, running, and also doing a glider from a higher spot to move into a further area in a flash. It's not like the other Ragnarok game where we only know about a boring mechanism which is tap and click. But this version will give you a different experience, it's more action and more dynamic in combat. So it's look like a hack and slash base where every hero will have a different attacking pattern as well as the skills combo. The open world map is pretty big, surely you can see the whole area from a top-down view perspective from a higher area. Overall, it's just different than the other version, and I'm sure this game will become the most played MMORPG that easily attract all players to come along and play together. Honestly, it has a way different gameplay between this new version with the other RO games that's available on Play Store and App Store right now. But I would like to ask you, as a veteran RO player, do you prefer this new version or the previous one? Legend of Yumir. Any of you believe about MMORPG that has a play-to-earn concept? Because as we all know, MMORPG is one genre that well known as the genre with a high pay-to-win base. Surely, with their main concept of play-to-earn MMO will make me think how it's gonna be happen. Even I have played in the earliest gameplay, but some features has shown us how the game has a gacha base like avatar and also pet. These all features will have a different tier list that we need to use a real currency. And my question is how the player get a profit through a play-to-earn system, because probably the player will spend more than the profitability number. Let's get back into the gameplay. It has a lot of skill selection and each of the heroes will have more than 10 active skills. It's not only about tap and click because we'll play it more active by tapping the dodge and dodge button to avoid the hazardous attack. Overall, it has a medieval vibes from the house's design, panorama, and music background is pretty relaxing. Sword and very far beyond time. After a huge success of Palworld game, then One by One Games developer get an inspiration to create a game that combines with those mechanisms. Of course, it will give a new experience to the player because the idea is really refreshing and not many games are following this idea. So, this game has an action RPG base, but we can capture the monster to be our partner or pet. The pet will be pretty useful to speed up the main character's strength progress because we can easily ask the pet to do some multiple activities like planting, farming, and getting some material in auto while we are hunting and clearing the mission. But also, it has a great Monster Hunter vibes, or sometimes I feel like it has a Chimera Land Reborn experience because the characteristic of the monster is pretty identical with a huge monster and has an anomaly design. We will not be doing an adventure by ourselves because 3 of our main partner will come along and be able to switch them up anywhere. Getting a higher hero's quality through gacha is possible. Rewinding Cadence. The first impression I see is it reminds me of Wuthering Waves combat-like, but the character design is pretty identical with Genshin Impact. So I would say it's a clone of Wuthering Impact that sounds really matching on it. There is an option to pick a different answer and surely it will affect to the future dialogue as well as the optional plot twist. I love how the main character looks pretty cute and calm at the same time, and also I love how her personality is not same like the other character in anime games. Even the art style seems pretty clean and clear. During the combat, the player will get a special cinematic gameplay which I'm impressed enough. Great animated menu for character switches during combat. Make sure you stay aware and focus on the boss moveset, it's pretty intense. I see a male character in the video's trailer, which means it's good for us because I'm so tired of seeing a female as the only main character. The developer should make 50% male characters and another 50% for female. Silver Palace. This game is absolutely phenomenal, one of the best action RPG on mobile. I can't believe someone is making this kind of art style. Seriously, it's pure perfection. All players should realize if you will have the most powerful engine games on mobile and PC that looks optimized perfectly, which are made by Unreal Engine 5, with a realistic ambience and a fancy world will easily spoil your eyes wherever you go. Exploring the world from a top-down by riding a flying mount or going faster by riding a horse, that's not the only action we can do because the zip line will help you a lot to reach a further spot in a flash. Pick 3 different best characters in a team lineup and switch them all as your strategy needs. The combat speed is quite slow, but it will create a realistic action and clearer battle movement. Through the game's footage, I realized there is no autoplay icon. I wish with this amazing visual, the developer would make the combat become a manual play. I wonder how many sites it will need to download on mobile and PC as one of the best upcoming RPG cross-platform games for Android, PC, and iOS. Bonus RF on Linux. Have you ever heard about this game's title? If you say yes, that means you're a legendary MMORPG game lover, as I remember I used to play it the first version of RF Online once I was a child. And this game came up after waiting for more than 20 years. It's crazy how it still has a lot of fans, and I will admit as a loyal fan base. But if I would compare it way different in the graphic, the new version is not looking the same at all. It's way too modern, and even you didn't see any war between 3 races like Acrasia, Bellato, and Korra. But after I understand how the game's storyline, that makes sense. If those different races have united against a different enemy, tap and click and full of auto is the main gameplay, so I can't say a lot except the game's graphic looks so futuristic. I would say these all are the best MMORPG games cross-platform for PC and mobile with the next level of graphic. It will be keeping you in touch with the update because of the excitement you have. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks!